Well, welcome. My right nostril is a little stuffed. It's just allergies. I'm not sick, but it's a pretty bad allergy. So, let's get right to it. I don't want to lose you guys, so I'm going to get straight to it. I'll probably keep it short unless you guys are engaging, and then we'll go ahead and go from there. And I'll just leave this up live. So, one of the things that I've dealt with recently, and I think that many of you guys do as well too, is work scheduling your some vacation time, so that way you can get to your child, and that way you can, and then the scheduling is not just on your own of you trying to schedule time to see your child. There's also scheduling conflicts that you have with the other parent, and the other parent will, of course, it cannot be your way. It ain't gonna be easy. They're never gonna make it easy to try to see your own kid. And then so you have that. That's what I'm currently dealing with right now, at this moment. And I think many of you guys are. What are these things that we deal with when we're dealing with someone that is not meeting us halfway, or maybe just being mean, um, making things difficult for us? Um, we can look at it in the way that we would typically look at it. Like I would look at it too. Like, damn, this bitch. She's like she's not letting me see her on time. She's telling me that she can't be these days. It has to be these other days, knowing that I can't take these days off, and so on. And I'm going through that with my mind. And so, what is this teaching us, though? How can we learn from these difficult challenges that someone else we believe is somebody else doing to us? The challenges that I have at work right now, my employer does not allow me to take time off to see my daughter during the holidays. It's so frustrating. It's not just a one time thing. They apparently do this every year. And it's a certain window, it's like a certain 3 or 4 week window where they do not allow you to see or take any vacation. But then my boss is giving vacation to his buddies, and they're able to go home to their kids and their family every day. And not only that, but let alone they are able to take vacation time. And here I am, just trying to get some time with my child. You can just imagine, and I can just imagine what you're having to go through. You have these obstacles. You have work obstacle, the boss obstacle. You have, the other parent obstacle. You have scheduling conflicts. You have airplane time, flights coming in and out, and there's different conflicts. And what are we learning from these things? Well, in not just seeing your child as a difficult conflict of scheduling time to see your child as one obstacle, but maybe the challenge that you may have, maybe with conflicts with scheduling appointments with the doctor, maybe conflict with your neighbor, maybe conflict with your ex-wife or your spouse or even your current girlfriend. Whatever, when we come across these difficult challenges, it's outside of us. We have to remember this. The challenge is outside of you. Your job is not inside your mind. Your child is not inside your mind. Your spouse is not inside your mind. The traffic is not inside your mind. The problems are not inside your mind. We make it part of us. We pull the outside problems from the outside world and we pull them in and we make it inside. The problem becomes inside. When we can detach ourselves from the problem on the outside world, detach. And when I say detach, guys, that's a whole topic in itself. Detach with the most ease and comfort, with the most peace that you can have. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. You have someone, a family member. Um, let's say, for example, you have a, uh, a girlfriend, and this happened to me. And your girlfriend and you have a problem, and you want to break up, and then you guys end up breaking up, and you're having a difficult time with it. Like, dang, I don't want to break up with her, but she says, "No, no problem. I break up with you. Easy, no problem." She has this most easy detachment. And many of us are afraid, or we're in fear of the outcome, and that's why we have these difficult times detaching ourselves. So when I going back to the topics of these difficulties that come across our lives, no matter what it particularly is, learning how to detach yourself from those difficulties as an outside source, and go inside and say to yourself, and look at yourself clearly in the mirror, and say to yourself, how is this teaching me a lesson? How is this going to make me better? This challenge is going to make me a better man. This challenge is going to make me a better woman. And how is this so? And you may clearly see it like, damn, there ain't nothing good about this. What are you talking about? This is all wrong from up and down. It's all wrong. But that's where you're fully grasping and attaching yourself to the problem. Detach and let go. Detach and let go with ease. And even in detaching yourself and making it a challenge, I gotta let this go. You make it such a struggle, you break yourself into pieces trying to detach yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. When you detach yourself, look at the problem as an outside source. It is an other object. It is not of you. This. It is not of me. It's over there. It doesn't control me. It doesn't consume me. I'm not grasping on it. It does not hold me. I do not hold it. It's over there. It's what it is. This is a problem. Okay, so this problem, how can I learn from this problem? Is the first question. Because that is, how are you going to be better? In your problems, how are you going to become a better man? How are you going to become a better woman? We already become good in the good things that happen, but how are you going to become good in the bad things that happen? So this difficult challenge I come across, maybe I am having scheduling conflicts, let's say, for example, or this person is giving me some difficult communication. What is, maybe I cannot see my child during this time. I have to see my child in a different time. What is this going to teach you? Well, it's going to teach you patience. It's going to teach you patience, and you're going to learn how to breathe and just take a step back. It's going to teach you self-discipline to reserve your energy instead of outbursting. Whoa, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Like, oh my God. So allow these difficulties to teach you lessons that can better you within you. Whether it be your mental state of mind, your emotional state of mind, your mental, what are you thinking about this right now? How are you talking yourself up through this difficult challenge and not talking yourself down? Are you projecting low-level energy to somebody else, which in turn is a reflection of yourself in the mirror of low-level energy within? So Your thoughts. How is it bettering your thoughts? What are the thought patterns in this difficult situation you're dealing with? What are the emotions, the feeling that you have? Have you detached? Are you feeling ease? Are you feeling comfort? This challenge, but I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be good. The sun is shining. I do have a roof over my head. This is a challenging time, but I'm going to be good. I'm okay. And those are just a couple little things, just a couple little tools on how I want you to look at the challenges that you may be coming across during these holiday seasons, the challenges you may have in life, in everyday life, in the weeks, in the months, in the future coming forward. When we can learn how to detach ourselves from these outside things, this rush, I need to go and get this done. This project needs to be done. My homework, my school, my job. I need to finish these things. We're living for the outside energy and not being in centered within yourself. You, no matter the project, the work, the schedule, the time, the things that need to be done, all these things, the laundry, the bills, this and this and that, no matter the situation, you walk in peace every breath and every step. So this is a continuous practice of things that you need to do for yourself. What are some things that can help us in this particular practice? What are some things? Well, we first have to know that it's very clear. I know you guys know this already. I'm not repeating anything new to you. Your brain naturally gets excited, and these three chemicals, we'll just talk about the three main ones, norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin. We get excited when we have this huge rush of excitement and joy. Maybe from a scoop of ice cream. Maybe from an orgasm during sex. Maybe from something that excites you for the moment. But we get this rush. And it's in this joy that we can take ourselves, maybe sometimes with drugs or alcohol, and we have this huge crashing plateau. We fall back into this deep depression. We figure out, why am I feeling this way, this struggle, what's going on? You may be perfectly fine. Your settings, your surroundings, everything's perfect. Well, you don't know why we're crashing, we're going down below. What type of things, and I encourage you, if you're watching right now, this will be linked to the first part of the half that I just spoke to, so please go back and watch the live video from the beginning. So what part of the things that can help and aid us in training our minds, our emotions, our feelings, our actions, in being better in the difficult times? Because it's about being a better person in the difficult challenges that we face. And how can we practice these patterns? So we know that we've been elevated to a height of excitement and joy, norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin, and we come down into this crash. One of the things I can share with you is an ex-girlfriend of mine. She would go with these intense marathons, and she would do these intense marathons, and she would run for like 3 hours, and she would run like full speed, fast as she could. And when she was done with the marathon, clearly, without a doubt, 100% of the time, every single time, for the next day, like 24 hours, probably the rest of that day and the next day, she was in massive depression, anger, sad. She trained herself to be at this heightened level, and she would just plummet down, right, afterwards. And then one of the things that I did this to her, and I told her this later on, I didn't tell her right up front that I was doing this with her, but I told her this later on. My room is really, really bright. The room is bright where we're at. We're sitting down, We were eating. It was very, very bright. And it was at nighttime. And I took her for a walk. We took for a walk down the street. We probably walked about 6 blocks up and then 6 blocks back. And we talked about everything. But in the midst of the night, it was about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, the sun is completely gone. The moonlight is out. She was probably crying and talking about depressive situations in her life halfway through our walk. Probably the whole half of the walk, or most of it. And as soon as we walked back in this lit room, she finds herself joking and laughing and lively and just a little bit louder and elevated, and she was joyful. What did that teach me or what did that teach her? And I kind of noticed it. And I've noticed this about other people as well too, but we don't realize, we don't pay attention to this many times. Light raises your energy level, and the darkness lowers your energy. It's just the nature of things. It's just the nature of who we are. So when we rise, the sun comes up in the morning, and we're standing and looking at through the sun, or we're walking outside, watching the sunrise, there's this sense of aliveness that we feel. And in the darks, and if you go into a dark room, or you feel kind of like, it's not like you're feeling like the most amount of ecstasy of joy walking through a dark room. You feel a little like, oh shit, I better not rub my toe. What's going on? I can't see really that well. What's going on? It's almost just a state of confusion, or you're just not feeling 100% correct. So those are a couple things that you might want to think about. Just your daily activities and the way you put yourself in certain areas. Be aware of your energy. Be aware of the depressive feelings that you're having in certain situations. Alcohol is a direct link to depression, and people reach for the alcohol to help mask the feeling of depression. Why do you think in a bar, when you go into a bar or a nightclub, the lights are low? Because if we can turn the lights low, we can get you in that low energy state. And we want to take away that feeling. So what do? Reach for the drink. We reach for the drink, and we start drinking and start drinking. Go into a well-lit area, basically. Go into the gym, go into a well-lit area, go into your church, go into a more positive environment. And going back to the very beginning of my topic of what I was talking to you guys about, is how to better yourself into difficult situations. This is something that, in not just doing it one time, you have to make it a lifestyle. You have to make it an all-out, like, ridiculous effort for yourself one time. And don't think you're too cool to not do these things. It's all being more self-aware of who you are and how you operate. You matter. You know, your clothes matter, your makeup matters, you know, your muscles matter, you know, your beard matters. All these things matter, but they're the external. Internally, you matter. And be more self-aware of how your feelings are, and your thoughts are, and your emotions are. Be more self-aware in all different areas of life, and especially during these difficult challenges that we're going to have, that everybody has, but people lose themselves because of the anticipation and the anxiety they build up of trying to be the pleasers of the outside of themselves. I need to please my husband. I need to please my wife. I need to please my kids. I need to please my job. I need to please this and this and this and that. And how is this pleasing you? You're the option. You matter. And where are we taking the time to please you? And where are you taking the time to figure out how you operate and how you think? and how you are feeling through this challenge. You know, John, we have this deadline. It needs to be done. You need to wake up earlier. We need to get over here. But I need a doctor's appointment. Well, you're going to have to make this happen in the doctor's appointment. You need to push it back. And I need to make it a doctor's appointment. I need to do this. And oh, fuck, oh, fuck. And here comes the season, the holiday season. Oh, more oh shits, oh fucks. We got so many challenges and we're just layering them on top of layer on top of layer. This is the best time to let people lose themselves and you stay focused on you, and you pay attention to how your energy is feeling. Watch everybody. Go into a public place during the holiday season and watch everybody excited. You see the girls happy their boyfriends are buying them gifts. Go to the coffee shops. Everyone gets they have this anticipated look, looking, waiting for the coffee, and then they finally get it. It's like an orgasm. They just came. Watch these people. Look at them. They're living on the outside world. They're not focused and centered with themselves. Clothes would be nice, but it doesn't in turn me into a king. I already am that. I believe that I am what I am. And what I believe in, the peace and the love and the harmony that I have within me, the way I'm so self-aware of who I am and my feelings, is the representation of the energy I project outward. I'm telling you, sometimes it's like watching people. I'm a people watcher, and watching people, it's scary sometimes. But I make the same mistake too sometimes. Sometimes I see myself in them, and I see a reflection of me, and I'm like, I did that. Let's humble myself. I'm nobody perfect, and I see many times myself in others, and I see how they should do it this way. That means I could do it this way. I could correct myself. How can I use this situation? My eyes are placed upon this. God has put me here in this place. I'm actually looking at what I'm looking at. The energy is focused right there. How can I use this as a reflection for me and to better me and help me? Instead of looking down on people, look at that person over there. Look at the minutes. I can't believe that person. I hate people like that. Like that. What do you mean people like that? I don't like what they're doing. This is not. Try to be more understanding. And then also do some self-reflection. I kind of remember, yeah. I would have changed that myself about, I would have changed that about myself at that time. And just do some self-reflection. Use things that you see to look within yourself instead of projecting more negative energy outward. Your life is a mirror. The world is a mirror. The world is clearly a mirror. And the way we view things is a reflection of who we are internally. Guys, I love you so much. I'm going to let you go now. We're almost at 30. If you caught this live a little bit later, please go back and watch the beginning of it. And I want to thank you guys for coming in here. And thank you for showing up. And thank you for the couple thumbs up that I have. I appreciate that. And I look forward to talking to you guys again. Don't forget to share this with other people that you may think is doing good. Thank you so much, Father X. Good to see you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, man, God bless you, man. You're doing good work. You're doing really, really good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. And you know what? I pray for you that you're seeing your beautiful children this holiday season. All of you guys. I hope you guys are. I'm wishing the best for you guys. Thank you again for coming, okay? Stay strong. Keep a positive attitude. Go to sleep or rise in the morning with a beautiful smile on your face. Be strong. Be alive. You are great. You're perfectly made the way you are. There's nothing more greater than who you are. Stand up. Breathe. Be happy. Love yourself. I love you guys. Take care. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye bye.